Yesterday, I dropped my review of the new sophomore record from the band Caroline, Caroline 2. Caroline is a UK-based post-rock outfit, one that I was pretty lucky to get in early on. I covered their debut album, self-titled Caroline, when it dropped back in 2022, and come the end of the year, when I made my best debut albums of 2022 video for my YouTube channel, it was on the list. So I have definitely been looking forward to what this band was going to do next. As have a lot of people, apparently, as to my surprise, Caroline have become one of the breakthrough indie darlings of this year, sweeping up tons and tons of critical praise for this record on the back of a ton of momentum from the various singles released in the lead up to it. So I was really looking forward to this album, and I like it. It's solid. One thing that this record does really well for a post-rock band with so many talented musicians is build on the compositional ambitions working at the band's core without getting too heady and overwrought with it. They very much keep their tongue-in-cheek sense of humor intact. This is the kind of band who is willing to stop and start a song for no reason, slather auto-tune where it clearly doesn't belong, and name one of their singles Coldplay cover, even though it doesn't have anything to do with Coldplay. And it's not a cover. And the band has said in interviews before that the sound of Midwest emo is not a direct influence on their style, but wow, if that's the case, is it not an obvious stylistic comparison? This thing kind of sounds like the meeting point somewhere along the road between post-rock and Midwest emo. The strings all over this record can be so saccharine sometimes, so gentle at others, so sentimental and nostalgic throughout. The strings are really the most beautiful feature of this record, and through they make for some of its best moments, like the staggeringly beautiful single Total Euphoria. However, and I hate that there is a however, occasionally this record does start to feel like its own zaniness is undercutting its best feature, being its sentimentality, its nostalgic, emotive cadence. And when some of those sillier moments are arising, they undercut that beauty and they interrupt it. And some of the sway and some of the momentum that leads to some of the most dramatic climaxes on this record could have been even stronger if the band had just taken them a little bit more seriously. Still, I think if you're a fan of the sound of Midwest emo or any post-rock whatsoever, this thing is essentially a must hear. They're going to be one of the breakout critical darlings when we wrap up 2025. So don't miss out on your chance to get in early on Caroline 2, and tell me what you think about it in the comments.